Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Inside Line Racing and to the ILR2 season finale here for season 5. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix, and I'm your commentator Omar. And with me, one last time this season, it's Soup.
It's goodbyes time. We're saying goodbye to F1 2018 at last. The release, so F1 2019 is coming out on Tuesday for us normal people. So we're gonna be this will be the last race on PS4 here. Well, actually, that's not actually the ILR Americas has to come yet. So we're going to be one of the last races, of course. But yeah, the driver's title is done. Constructor's title is also wrapped up, and we're also saying some goodbyes to some drivers here today as well, as they will be moving into ILR1. And I believe Matt Tibos has just crashed somewhere. I'm not sure though.
Yes, he's gone somewhere anyway. Because he was going on in a chat about his form. Yeah, he's gone at turn 5. He's hit the wall on the exit, and he's out.
Wow. So before the stream started, you were talking about people coming out in the soft tires. Alex Kills just ignores it totally. He's come out on mediums. So I don't know what he's doing, but he's come out on medium tires.
It's ambitious.
Now, Onyx, as you can see, P1 currently he's currently, if you did miss it, he is the champion already. He's already competed in ILR1 earlier today, and he got pole. So that's the caliber we're talking right here. He's going to be in ILR1, and he's going to be right at home there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So this is probably the last we're going to see of him in this tier. Well, we thought we said that about Jake last season. Look at him, he has ended up. We promised it's his last race this time because this is Jake's final race on PS4. He's moving over to PC. Later, well, after this season is done, so this would be the last time we see him. We say that he'll probably be back, let's be honest.
I think Jack is pushing for him to get to ILR1 with Onyx anyway. Jack shall pull some strings. He'll pull some strings. I'm sure we'll see him back. I think we'll get to migrate to ILR1. We're losing all our drivers now.
Yeah. So we'll have some boys from ILR3 up, of course, and we'll have we might see some guys jumping from 4 up to 2, even 5 up to 2 in some cases.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Yes. I'm telling you, I'll be up here.
The biggest, I think the biggest jump we've seen so far is probably Brandon, who went from ILR3 to ILR1. And then back down to ILR2.
There was that one-off when Jamie last season went from ILR5 to ILR1 for a one-off race, and surprisingly he surprisingly did quite well as well, and yet he still got demoted. Jack.
Anyway, 12 minutes to go in the session. Onyx P1 currently on a 1:06.834, and Rafa's right on his tail on a 1:06.865. So there's 300ths of a second between them there, and I believe I can't quite tell because of the colours, but I think Rafa is in the Haas. He is. So Onyx and Rafa are teammates. That's kind of interesting. I won't go into details. But that's interesting. Certain instant in another league on Friday.
That's got fireworks written all over it. That has got fireworks written all over it, hasn't it? That's going to be great fun. I mean, they've had their own sort of personal rivalry here as well, because they've been the guys right up there recently fighting for the wins. I think we had Italy that were rather close to each other. There was the whole fiasco in Japan when we had Onyx getting his penalties and all that, and even penalties last week as well. Onyx is starting to get those penalties, and it's going to start costing us. So, yeah, Rafa could challenge him a little bit, but this is, I think, sort of the dream partnership at this point. I believe they are the two fastest guys in this tier. Rafa's certainly proven it in the last couple of weeks. And, yeah, Will's sacrifice has been met quite well, I reckon.
Yeah, so you have to see the guys up front. They have a gap of about 3/10 to Samuel and P3 currently. Not a bad job from the Red Bull boys there.
Red Bull had a great week.
They have had a great week, yeah. And we have Jake P5, Tom is P6 currently, Flint's P7, Nick, then Goody and Cal's are rounding out the top 10. And I just saw somebody pop in there. That was Neo into P4. And that's a very close margin between those guys right there. That's a couple of thousand separating them. Himself and Samuel. But only the two Hasses have managed to break into the 106s currently.
Yeah, so watching one of them now, Onyx on his lap. Rafa backed off. I think he must have extended or something, but Onyx trying to, I'd imagine, beat his ILR one time. I mean, I often jokingly call this ILR 0.9, but I mean, if Onyx can beat his own ILR one time, I reckon there could be some, reasoning for that. But he really is on fire, isn't he, at the moment? Just wherever he races at the minute, it's going brilliantly. I think he's still only been off the podium once. Won 5 races, second on, 4 occasions, I think, something like that. But he's really been on fire. But to the line, let's see, does he beat that time? Taking the tighter line on the inside, and he got close. He got close to it.
106.668, yeah.
I love the way we're not even debating whether he's going to get pole. It's just how fast can he go? He's that impressive.
Just how close can anybody else get to him is the next question. I know Rafa's quick, but can he find another 0.2 of a second? Calzo slots himself into P3 there at 107.1, but again, nobody else is breaking into the 106s as of yet. Now we've had of course, the staple of our ILR2 weekend, Jake saying how fast he can go, and then proceeding to not do that.
Well, he did this before, I think. He did it a bit earlier this time. He sort of got his excuses out of the way before the session started, but he goes P3 now.
He goes third.
So, I don't think I have much reason to complain about that, will he?
No. But he has said he can get into the 106 as well. I mean, he
well, I don't really
know
believe
he can.
that.
I think he'll probably just pull out a 106.5 now out of nowhere, find half a second, put us all to shame. But,
he just doesn't do that. He's too much of a bottle. It's in the name. He doesn't do these incredible laps, I don't think. It's all about
he changed his name. He changed his name to that specifically for us.
Yes.
And Flynn's on a 106.9 now. So displaces him.
We inspired Jake's bottleness mainly because it kept happening. Because of me and Soup, I think every time we've been in the commentary box, ever since that started, he started to bottle. So, because it didn't really happen in the first half of the season 3, did it? And then it all went wrong.
And as soon as you left from one race,
he won, yeah.
So,
just one of those weird coincidences, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. We don't have Weislich here. This would be his only chance to win. Today.
Well, didn't go too well. Win, I mean, well, we have second. It was good enough. We got second in the constructors, by the way, ILR5 Red Bull as well. So we all love second at Red Bull.
Yeah, so sort of things to come, maybe. 7 minutes left on the clock. It was looking pretty dark at the start of the session, but it's all cleared up.
Oh, that's Samuel off. Sorry to interrupt there. I was on board with him, but he's just lost it up the hill. That ruins his lap. I think he's on a good one as well. I could say he's having a great quality so far. Not normally this high up, but can't do that very often, or else he's going to spoil his chance of a great quality position, because he certainly has the potential.
Yeah, he's going to have to get us a new set of boots on very quickly. Problems in Sector 2 now. That's drop. Yeah, he's done the exact same thing.
Up the hill?
Disappeared off into the grass. So people are lightening up the throttle too quickly there and just disappearing off to the left-hand side. They're like and doing a right and then getting lost.
Yes.
On the way back.
And we've got Neo out there on the lap, and I should say all those sort of gaps are extremely tight, and that's partly because of this tier and their competitiveness. But this track, you're probably going to see maybe the closest since Austria because of just how short it is. So we'll see if Neo can even gain a 10th, because a 10th would launch him. 10 for 2, put him way up there.
Yeah, if he finds a 10th, he'll jump Jake. And if he finds any more than that, he'll jump, of course, even further up here. He comes across the line, and he goes third, 106.884. So he's another guy to break in there, and he beats Flynn, slots in behind Rafa by 0.02 of a second, but Onyx is still 0.2 clear, and he's about to go on to another lap, see if he can beat it.
And we've got Rafa out there as well, not invalidating this time, so it's round 3 for the two Haas boys, seemingly the protagonists for pole at least today. And Rafa's got a bit of traffic. He's got Force India.
Lenny. Yeah, it's Lenny up ahead.
By the way, final time for Force Indy and Sauber today. We need to say goodbye to them.
Yeah,
because they're going to change their names at the end of the season, at last, because I keep calling them Alphas and Racing Points.
It's a sad day. The last time we'll hear the word super softs. Well, we'll hear softs, of course. Super softs, ultra softs, they're dead. So we'll be just seeing soft, medium, hard.
Much better that way, though. Much more simple.
Much better. Right.
My Rafa's got a fantastic. Yeah. This should beat it.
Here he comes. Oh, close. 106.71.
Onyx has got a slipstream as well. A faint one, but it could help.
Here he comes. To the line. Can he go even quicker than a 106.668? He comes across the line.
Yes!
106.5. Wow. Has that been in his time from before?
Oh, it smashed it by over a tenth of a second. ILR 0.9. Here we come again.
106.50 in ILR2. Unbelievable.
Fantastic lap. Extraordinary driver.
Yeah. You just cannot get over the caliber of drivers we have in this tier, honestly. Now, can Rafa improve at all? If he gets anywhere close to that, it's going to be a brilliant time anyway. 106.7 is not shabby at all. We can't take that away from Rafa, but Onyx has just smashed it. 106.5. You can just go in the garage and relax now.
You know he's going to want to go out again. He's only 2 thousandths off making that a 6.4. I'm sure he'll want to do that. Yeah. Very close to
Flynn across the line. Flynn goes 106.784. Not bad at all. Goes third fastest. 700th behind Rafa. Calls us into the pit lane.
Tom's on a lap.
Where is he? He's on a build-up, I think.
Well, he's preparing, I think. Okay.
Yeah. Ollie is not too certain whether he is or not. And I think other than that, there's nobody really out on laps. So these two guys have the track to themselves.
So Tom, season 3 champion now, and he's looking to find a bit of that form. I think this is obviously the track where it all came together for him in season 3.
Fond memories.
Very fond memories of my voice cracks and all that stuff. Luckily, we've got past that phase. He's already backed out, hasn't he?
He's already backed out. He screwed up turn 1 already.
Well, there's your moment of fame. Goodbye.
Yeah, season 3. This is where the championship went in Tom's favour after Paga crashed in the last corner on the last lap after a puncture. Nothing's come close to that season.
Oh no!
Since
the drama at the end of that season was incredible.
Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. But either way, hopefully things can go that way in F1 2019. Who knows? Of course, what
he's done now, he's hit the pit wall, and that resets you.
And he's been disqualified as a result.
Yes.
Lovely.
So it's an unfortunate thing now. There's a yellow flag here in front of Goody. I don't know if someone's been off the track, but I think we're all okay. Rafa is first out of the 2 Hasses, so we shall see if he can put a challenge up first, and then we'll all sit back and watch Onyx do a 105 or something.
I think the first driver is going to be kind of setting this final quality lap. I think is going to be Betty in P8. He's currently just coming up through sector 2 now. He's in all these wonderful corners, which the camber will help you through, which is always nice. Through all these corners, down to second gear, but down to first gear for this. We're trying to rotate the car through. Coming up to the Is That Glock corner, as I like to call it. We all know what happened here. Don't need to explain that. And coming up to Paga's corner, we all know what happened here as well.
Yes.
Just explain. So here comes Betty to the line. Can he improve on his position? He comes to the line and he goes into 6th on a 106.98. So he gets into the 106.
Oh,
and
Rafa
loses it into turn 1.
Rafa, a brilliant first sector, but then he loses the back end. It was a 16.4, fastest we've seen today, by a long shot. But
so he's got another. I think he's got another chance though. He can have another go.
Yeah, we've seen in the past a 2-lap strategy. I always like to go on about it from Bahrain. It does work here as well, since the tyres can last a very long time indeed. Tyre wear isn't really a factor today, luckily. But let's see Onyx, his first sector. Is it any good? Pretty much identical to his last one, actually. I think that is exactly identical, actually, which is pretty impressive, nice and consistent. Needs to find 2 1,000s, though, in the next couple of seconds, or 3 1,000s mainly, to get into 6.4. He's backed off as well, and that's him done. So, he's out of time. So Onyx. He's out of time.
So Rafa now goes for it again. Jake is about to finish his lap, his effort. He can have another go, of course, if he wants to, because he does have time. But can he get himself any further up the grid than he is right now? He comes across the line and he goes 7th fastest. 1 or 7 dead. So that's about the biggest best he's going to do out of this one. Anyway, what about Rafa? Can he do anything?
I'd love to see him do something. He had a great first sector last time.
What about Neo? He comes across the line and he does not improve his position. Anybody up? Right, Rafa. He is the kind of the only man in really threaten pole position at this time, unless Calzo can do anything. He's about to finish his lap. Tom is now P8. He's improved to that to P8. So 2 guys left on track now.
Oh, he's on for it.
Calzo and Rafa.
Rafa's on for it by 6 1,000ths of a second, but the issue is there's no...
Calzo. Calzo second. Good effort from Calzo. 1:06.68. What about Rafa? Can he do it? Oh, he's run out of BRS. He's run out of fuel.
The issue was he didn't have a car to give him any slipstream either, so I don't think he would have had pole anyway. But yeah, Onyx just moving the bar out even further than a 1:06.5, and that is his last ever ILR2 pole lap.
Yeah. Tom's crawling around to the pit lane with no fuel.
Oh my god, that's a horrifying accident for one of the Red Bulls. Samuel is just dead on the dive.
Oh, yep, I see that. So, Rafa, unable to do it, just runs out of fuel before the line. And he got pipped by Calzo by about 0.02 of a second. Still pretty close, but Onyx, again, he had a 10th in hand.
Yeah.
With 1:06.502, which we may remind you is quicker than he went in ILR1. Yes, he got pole in ILR1 too.
Yeah. It's incredible. I think it was by over a 10th of a second. It was, I think, 12 100ths of a second, if you get what I mean by that. You know, yeah. I hope that makes sense. And, yeah, I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, Calzo was only a couple of hundredths off that time as well, actually, to be fair. So, yeah, it's incredible.
These guys would have started in top 5 in ILR1 easily with them times.
Definitely.
So confirmation, Onyx, your champion, sets on P1 for the last time in ILR2. Calzo alongside him, Rafa, then Flynn, Neo, Betty, Jake in his last race on PS4, P7, Thomas P8, Samuel's P9, Alice Killer P10, Ollie, Lenny, Funaid, Goody, Dropier, and Paco, who dropped out. Matibos with the crash and Nick disqualified, but the entire field was separated by 0.9 of a second.
Exactly the way you'd want it to be as well. I mean, that just shows the competitiveness of this tier in a perfect way. And just want to quickly say as well that we're going to be doing post-race interviews for this one. Top 3, Onyx, who's probably in that top 3 anyway, and Jake, because Jake wants to say goodbye and all that stuff. But yeah, we need to bring these back. They've gone out of fashion a bit here, but I was just saying for the stream, we have plenty of time for it. Don't know why we don't do it, so we're going to have post-race interviews from now on, hopefully. Sounds all who's well.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I did them.
Yeah, I don't think I've done them since last season, ILR 5. I said I'd do them every week, and I ended up to like 2 because none of the people ever turned their mics on to share.
I think it was the last time I did one was season 3. The last round, I think.
Yeah.
Must have been.
I mean, we did a little interview with Will after he won Italy last season because it's the end of the race. We're still here waiting for the start, which has taken quite a while, actually. I don't know why that is, because I sort of forced himself into the party because it was public by accident. But anyway, yeah, let's not focus on that. Yeah, that's all about the end of the race. We're still here waiting for the start, which has taken quite a while, actually. I don't know why that is, because I've got no graphics on my screen. I wonder if the lobby's broken a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're saying in the chat we've lost the lobby.
Yeah, I think we've lost the lobby.
Okay, so aborted start, as they call it.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to be Yeah, the Tom's in the chat. What an ironic ending. The very last race for 2018, and the lobby has died.
And that's why we've ended 2 months early.
You love to see it. You actually love to see it.
Oh man. Well, this gives me a chance to highlight the lovely people in the pit lane. If you look on the right there, the people beside all the team guys, they're just sliding around. They're all moonwalking around.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so weird.
F1, this is a disgrace. They don't even have any sort of high-vis jacket on. What's going on?
I mean, they're just standing there, looking around, looking a bit lost.
Also, I have to say, those guys are definitely wearing unsafe footwear. I think this is a disgrace.
Oh yeah,
for
definitely.
marshalling. They're wearing a pair of runners. They need to be wearing steel toe cap boots. I think this is a disgrace. I really don't know.
Hopefully.
I don't know what Bernd Maylander's thinking down the end of the pit lane there.
Well, at least his car isn't doing anything stupid. Sometimes you see on the lobby, the safety car messes about. Anyway, yeah, we're waiting for the new lobby to start.
We're gonna get a restart here.
So as you can probably tell, we're trying to milk as much of this as we can.
Of course, yeah. I'm enjoying this too much because it's the last race on this game.
There's so much wrong with this game, isn't there?
Just to crash. Yeah.
Oh dear.
So, saying goodbye to it in the only way I think we know how, and that's by having a glitch lobby. What else could you have asked for?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is typical, and yeah, we're off to watch that.
I'm just having a look here. Oh dear, it really is a full out race.
But they do have less people, and Matter's last, which always makes me quite happy, because he was my terrible race engineer this whole season. Only got me 2 podiums in a championship-winning car. Absolute waste, man.
Yeah, well, Jake confirming, and Jake's just confirming. And just a little thing, Onyx is asking to start at the back if we restart the lobby. He wants him there that the lobby is being restarted. He's just gonna sort it out there. And just a little thing, Onyx is asking to start at the back if we restart the lobby. He wants. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Well, who was the issue then?
Well, half the field disconnected anyway.
Was it Jake? Do you know? I reckon it was Jake. Remember?
Oh, it's Jake. Oh, the Hasses are dying. Oh
yeah,
my lord!
Got all sorts of.
What is going on?
We've got all sorts.
What is going on?
We've got all sorts going on here. Well, we're starting at the end of the season donuts a bit early here, people, but with good reason.
Well, at least Goody's giving us some donuts. I think we are going to get a restart anyway, simply for the fact that everyone's disconnecting. Goody is reversing around the first corner.
But do you remember Hungary last season? Jake was the cause of that as well. I'm almost sure. Like the second Jake leaves,
it's so fitting.
It is. This is working brilliantly. We've got all of the general ILR2 stuff happening right now.
So just to confirm for everyone who is watching, in case you're wondering why the hell everyone's disqualified, we are getting a lobby restart. However, I think 1 or 2 of these guys may just stay in this lobby till they get an invite and just have a little race.
Well, yeah, we're just waiting for. Oh, okay, ignore that. Jake is very quick with this. It's a shame he's not really quick at anything else.
Aww.
Sad times.
That's too harsh.
Sad times.
Too harsh. Right.
Sad times.
Right. Let's do it.
Right, well,
couldn't have asked for this. Couldn't have asked for any more.
This gives me a chance to look at the IndyCar because my dad is currently screaming, so something must have happened.
I didn't check in a little while. I'm going to have a quick
He's still screaming.
gander.
You can probably hear that on the stream. What do you mean an error's occurred? We're in a downtime. This is the perfect time to check because my dad is losing his mind. Oh, we've got an F1 2019 trailer on it. That's typical, isn't it? Right, come on, hurry up.
I've just got a loading screen. Great.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, that is crazy, and it's all going off. I might just have to I'm gonna have to give an IndyCar commentary now. So right, okay, we're sort of going a bit sidetracking, but while we're waiting here, I'll let you know what's going on in IndyCar. So they've got 2 laps to go.
I can get it up now.
Rossi's been dominating as usual, but you've got Dixon who was turned round at the start, chasing Herder, who's also been off in
okay.
RN8 a few times. He was on pole. He was the youngest ever pole sitter, I believe. We've now got the white flag. And, yeah, Dixon's somehow up to 6th again. I don't know if there was any yellows or whatever that's caused that, but yeah. They were getting pretty dicey early. I think Hinchcliffe was a bit screwed over. He was 6th before, but now he's 8th. And all sorts is going on there. But yeah, they're on the last lap, so yeah.
Yeah. So
I really need to get forward to actually commentate on IndyCar on the Monday nights.
okay.
Oh, you got Rosenquist in there as well. Former.
Oh wow. Okay. Dixon's going for it.
Ah yes, outside.
Dixon on the outside gets it done. Didn't even need the RS boys.
Yeah, that's F1. IndyCar. That's more overtakes than we got on the F1 as a whole.
Yeah. Oh, Rosenquist.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah,
Rosenquist coming for him now.
Great exit. He was on the grass as well. I mean, he's probably going for it. I mean, they were doing that in qualifying, I think, as well. Oh, they're nearly hitting each other.
Close.
They are literally pushing each other around the track here, and they're side by side again. And that should be job done. Although this is where we saw Herder
he's locked up.
Herder went off like this earlier after there was contact with someone. Now they're heading, I believe, towards the car selling a couple of corners, and this is where it all can go off. Very badly in some cases in the past.
There now. Meanwhile,
Alexander Rossi, he was second.
Lead.
Mr. Second is 28 seconds clear. And, you know, former Manor racing driver. What a shame he never did well in F1, but he's round the last corner. And he's going to win again, just like Long Beach, dominating. Rossi wins it. So, I'd like to see what's going on everywhere else now, because we've got like 30 seconds till we see the next car come across. We've missed the carousel probably now, the best bit.
Oh my God, Herder!
That's in the grass. Herder's in the grass, so he's down to 8th now. Hinchcliffe ahead. You see that? There's been huge crashes there when people have done that in the past, but yeah, Herder's absolutely capitulated.
Yeah. So for those of you wondering what if you just joined the stream, what's going on? We had to restart the lobby, so we're passing the time by going to give you radio commentary on the IndyCar and Road America.
Yes. So yeah, Dixon, like I say, he was turned around lap 1. He got 5th in the end. He had Will Power 2nd. He can't win these days. It's ridiculous. Newgarden 3rd. I think still champs leader then. Ray Hall 4th, and then other shenanigans going on. But
Dixon got 5th.
Looks like the rain never came now that was promised.
Yeah.
Right then. So I think we're just about ready to go here soon. People are starting ready up. Jake is ready up, so that's worked out rather well. So hope you enjoyed the last 2 laps of the IndyCar, but let's go back to the virtual world, shall we?
Let's have a look at ILR3, see how they're going. Corey's come from the back of the grid to 7th. Go on, Corey.
Yes, we all want to see Corey win.
Yeah. So I think we're going to get ready to go. I think Onyx is going to start from the back now for the banter.
Yes.
Which would put Rafa on pole. Should do anyway. Rafa and Cal's on the front row.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, that pushes Jake up a little bit more. Of course, we're all sort of secretly hoping, and well, not really secretly, we're all desperate for Jake to win.
You just want to commentate a Jake win.
Yeah,
That's what you want.
I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to go the rest of my life having not seen it happen yet, or ever.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get ready to go for it. So, if you have just joined us, qualifying is already done. The lobby crashed in spectacular fashion, as it does on our final race in F1 2018. So, we're going to get underway. Formation lap straight into the race then. So stick around, and we'll have some fun. And we'll be running for a little bit longer than than ILR3, which should give us more views, boy.
Yes,
that's what we want.
Get that money rolling in from the ads. Not that we get them on live, but I mean, when you're watching it back, there's actually you get ads on these now. We're starting to make money. We'll get paid soon, or else I'll just sort of demand it. But yeah. We're doing radio IndyCar commentary though. I think that was a good way to pass the time. I don't think anyone must have got bored from that, so I feel we're very good at wasting time.
Considering we almost saw a massive accident
Oh,
straight away.
yeah, we've hit a good moment. The very end, it's almost like that was done on purpose. But anyway, yeah, we're back to the real world now. It only took about 15 minutes extra. We've seen worse.
Right, so conditions, as we saw before, where it was lovely and sunny. And it is lovely and sunny, thankfully. And we have graphics on our screen. Yay!
Well, for now. Wait and see what happens when they already up.
We have the shuffling marshals back again.
Oh, it's so weird. Like, I noticed this on Thursday when I was doing ILR7, and every time I see them now, I just can't stop watching them because they're so strange, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I've just noticed that one of the guys on the Mercedes pit wall keeps looking over at them. Constantly looking back over at him.
Don't blame him.
Oh yeah, I don't blame him either. Because it's terrifying. I want to know what they're looking at.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll never find that out. But, right, we're taking a while here. I assume people are going to get their qualifying setups back up. I don't think they can make any major changes. I'm sure Jack will be demanding everyone saves their footage just so that we can make sure this is all accurate. And everyone obviously on the same qualifying tires as well. But I think we've broke the lobby again.
Right, let's see how the grid is going to line up.
We've broke the lobby again. Right then. Well, listen, this isn't my fault. I think this is Jake's fault. This could be a rather anticlimactic end to Jake's racing career. But I think
my god.
Jake has broken this, I believe, again. Can we get someone else to host it, potentially? Right, shall we just watch ILR3 and commentate that while we're waiting?
You are kidding me. This is the greatest thing I've witnessed, but also the saddest thing I've ever witnessed.
Yes. Well, we need to keep our viewers, so we need to make sure they aren't missing anything from ILR3. So, I shall get that stream up now. Look at them, they're only 720p. They're terrible. Scuba's leading. Do you remember him? He won Baku, and then did he have it taken away?
Yeah.
Did he have Baku taken away? Did he not though? I'm trying to remember. I know he definitely won Baku. But then maybe didn't quite.
People are telling Jake to get in the bin.
Yes. Well, it's very understandable.
Tom's telling him to just go to PC already. Will's now in the chat saying I'll host. Just wait 2 hours.
We'll probably take that long at this rate.
Wow.
Okay, so for those of you who are interested, the ILR free order, you've got Scuba leading that one, then you've got, that's an incredibly weird name, Silas I'm going to go with, then you got Seb, you got T1500 and Zach, actually I've watched him quite a few times, he's quite good. You got Cone 5th, he was teammates to me for like a bit of last season, ILR3, and I think he won a couple of races as well, he was actually really good. And he sort of embarrassed me and Warren quite a bit because he scored more points in one race than we both managed the whole season.
Will is being so nice. He said he'll grab us a Twix on the way home.
I love it. We all have a bit of a Twix every now and again.
So, yeah,
but not the small ones. Don't get the small. We've got all sorts going on now. People are starting to leave. Ollie's now hosting potentially, so maybe that's probably a better idea.
Well, no, it's not Jake, because Jake's left the session and it hasn't started yet.
Right. We need everyone to leave in sort of, in slots, and we need to try and figure out who it is and get rid of them so we can get a race here, because let's just say you're lucky that ILR Americas doesn't start until 10 p.m. Or in other words, 2 hours and 22 minutes. But
it's not Flynn, he's just left.
Because effectively, I've got plenty of time. We can go till 10 if we need to, but I don't think we're going to need to.
I'm here all evening.
Yes,
my great host, Betty's left. Right, it's not him.
Not Betty. This is a very slow way of trying to figure out who's the calls, but yeah.
Well, at least you get to have a good long look at the shuffling marshals.
Yeah.
And why one of them is not wearing his marshal clothes.
I don't know if I trust Jake. It was Neo.
Oh, it was Jack Gooding's hosting. He's come to the rescue.
I've got one from Jake. I've got one.
Is hosting the lobby.
Well, good man. Jack Gooding has come in clutch here and saved us.
Clutch.
So it was Neo.
Yep, there he is.
It was Neo, however, who did cause this. So because when he left, it all started up properly again. Wilson had a voice crack. I don't recall having a voice crack. Then again, they do happen quite often now at this point. I just sort of don't notice them. But right. So we've sort of established that Neo is the issue, which could spell disaster.
Just like
actually,
to point out, thank you to the 17 people who are still watching this.
Yes.
I don't know why you're still here, but I mean, we'll eventually get a race. Just stick around.
I mean, who doesn't love a radio IndyCar commentary? I mean, we tried our best. Hopefully, we just don't have any more issues.
Yeah.
Oh, Will was kicked from the chat. I was wondering why Will left the chat, but okay, he was kicked. Okay. I just thought he'd left because he wasn't at SLR either. I thought he'd just given up. I thought he'd snapped his disc or something. Because a lot of people are having to do that now, because a lot of people just have given up on the game. I don't think people can stand it anymore.
I think get Jack Gulling well racing in
Get him
ILR2.
well in
get
the
him racing.
commentary box. Needed so badly.
Right, so I still don't know what the grid's going to be. We're kind of speculating that Honest is going to start at the back. He might. So everyone's joined pretty much straight away, which is always nice.
Yes, good to know these people aren't giving up quickly. Now, Ollie's actually sent me a video now. He's trying to tell me he's made a great save, and he did make a brilliant save. He's through the dive. He's been completely sideways.
I like this from Tom. He's asking both of us to sing the national anthem. Which one is it? Which one do you want?
There's plenty here we can choose. And by the way, was Tom meant to sing for us at the end of season 3? Remember we said he won the championship?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he was, but he refused to do it.
Tom, I'm pretty sure this is what you're meant to be doing. I'm pretty sure this is your duty. We're not doing this for you. We're not doing this for you. Oh dear. Nice try though. Oh dear. Quite cheeky. We need to get him on to do that at some point though. We can't let him get away with this now. We can't let him get away with this now.
So, we should be getting underway very shortly now. Apologies for the delay. It's completely not our fault for once.
Yeah, it seems to be a Mercedes issue though. Like I say, it's Neo, not your man Jake. He always causes it, but well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, there's no more issues since Jack. We all know that Jack is very reliable. He doesn't really have issues with this anymore. I'm just happy it's not me for once that's causing it, because like I say, my internet recently, some of you will probably be aware, but yeah. Oh, we're all okay, we're all good. No issues anyway at the minute.
So I think we're just waiting for the grid to be set. That's what the delay here is.
Yes. I think Jack's just trying to get the bottom few. But once again, like I say, thank you for sticking with us. We are very aware that there are 2 options of stream to watch, and we do ensure this is the right one. Because you will get a very good race later on. And it will be raining, so, you know, won't be any chaos or anything like that. Through rain. But, still, we got safety cars last season in the dry. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, ILR3 is already on lap 12.
Yeah,
I tell you what, we'll probably get quite a big amount of viewers at the end. When everyone jumps ship and realises that we are only on like lap 20.
Well, judging off ILR3, we should be about a couple of laps ahead of them because they're in the wet.
Well, I wouldn't be that optimistic. I mean, we've got 84 comments, so people are being rather active. Please still stay active, and when the race is on, do feel free to interact. I'm sure I'll be reading them anyway, some of the comments, because It's always quite interesting to see what other people think. But I don't think Tom is impressed with Jess's comments, though. He's yeah. We'll let them two have their argument.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we are now nearly half an hour off schedule.
Yes. And it's got to the point now where I need to grab my charger cable as the thing's about to start. All right, I've got 30 seconds to grab this.
I've got 30 seconds on the mic now to tell everyone how much I hate him. But yeah. Okay, we should be going now. And obviously, when we get into the lobby, people are gonna put their setups on. They're gonna ready up, have their correct tires, and hopefully, we're all gonna get to the grid this time. And then if anyone wants to DC after that, then they can feel free. I don't really care anymore if they do that. As long as we get to the race start at this point, then we should be okay.
Alright, let's finally get into this.
And
the race should nearly be bloody done by now.
Yes, but well, I would say this increases the tension, but really this is just a race for fun at this point, because there's nothing really to fight for. Constructors was sealed and delivered last week. We had drivers just years ago. Onyx has been champion for forever now, hasn't he? He's crazy.
Right, let's see if we can actually finally... There's a car in the pit lane. Oh, it's this bit. Okay, never mind. Great start.
The soft tyres that were in Matt Tibos's garage have now turned into super softs. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't actually change his tyres. Oh, they're changing again.
Oh, no, yeah.
Back to normal. Fine.
Can we get a race, please?
We've got 30 seconds. We'll find out because Dropshi's ready. First, that'll obviously activate a timer. Jack's there actually. So Jack, maybe he's gonna get some practice.
Is he just gonna retire, or is he just gonna race?
Well, spot's always open in the commentary box if he wants to come in. Not that I don't think he will, because he tends to swear quite a lot when he streams. It's a bit like me, except I don't swear when I'm on these live streams because I'm respectful and all sorts. But
however,
yeah. Anyway, we are here. We've done it. It's only taken us till...
starting at the back.
It's only taken us until 7:45 to 8. Yes.
Finally.
No, let's just check everyone's tires. Make sure we're all good. Ollie's 10th on the soft, so I hope that's accurate because either that or has been errors. But yeah, Ollie managed to get top 10 on the soft. We completely missed that. We got Lenny only got outside the top 10 on the supers, then Funny, Goody, Dropshy, Nick and Jack are on the softs. I don't know if Jack's going to leave in a minute or not, but we'll see. And then Matt Till's on Onyx.
Mediums.
Yeah, on mediums.
Right, so Onyx has decided for a bit of fun. I think this reminds me of Ali last season when he just decided to start at the back in Circuit of the Americas. And went through to get second and win the title. I still remember that.
Tom has told us in the chat that Ollie qualified on the supers. Nice one, Ollie.
Did. Yeah.
Okay,
no,
so I thought there was an error there, yeah.
I think what happened was he did his qualifying. Technically, he qualified 11th, but I believe somebody was qualified, and he got promoted to 10th.
Well, no, sorry, yeah. Onyx went back. That'll be why he's 10th now. He would have been okay. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad.
Right. It's taken long enough.
Oh, it's a crash.
Oh, dear.
That's
Is that Jake?
Yeah,
it's Jake.
It's Jake, yeah. Practicing for lap 1, potentially. But on board with our champion, P16. He'll be last guy to get on the grid. We've got a late entry in the ship of Jack Gooding. Practicing for ILR Americas. Will we see a masterclass from him? It is the final race of the season. It's taken us a while to get here, but hopefully we can leave F1 2018 with a bang. And
not a literal one, but
well.
Let's see.
Never know.
Half an hour later, we're finally gonna get underway. Calzo on pole position. Rafa alongside him for the final time. He's ghosted, indeed, he is.
Has he got off?
Lights out, and away we go. Rafa's got the jump on him, I think, off the line. Coming up towards turn 1. Rafa's already ahead as they come in towards turn 1, and he leads into turn 1. Flynn now gets past him, and Calzo has had a disaster. He's ghosted. So I don't know what's happened to him, but it looks like he's disconnected. He's immediately gone backwards. Rafa leads. Flynn second. Neo third. Betty fourth. Jake now up to 5th place. Tom P6. Samuel P7. Alice to the P8 now. Calzo dropping back. Onyx up to P12 after starting P16. Footnade almost into the back of him there. But Calzo, oh, you got to feel for him. You really got to feel for him. As he drops back.
Falls back. Who's been off? Yeah, drops you in McLaren.
Yeah, so Jack Gooding is racing. He is going around there, just at the back of the train behind Matt Tibos. So we'll see him going around. But Rafa, he's got away, as he needed to do. He's out in front, Flynn P2, Neo behind him in P3. Jacob to P5, and he's got Tom for company. Let's have a look at your biggest mover. I think it's going to be Onyx, because he came back from
5
16 to
spots.
11th. Yeah.
Surprisingly, all the other drivers ahead of him haven't actually made any spots apart from the one from Calzo, so it's actually been a rather tame first lap. We've all sort of got through okay, apart from, like I say, Calzo. It's a real shame that. He had a great qualifying and not worked out for him. We're waiting for the timing to sort themselves out. I've noticed this on the game recently. It takes about 2 laps for it to sort itself out. But Jack is retired, so maybe not. Maybe not racing.
Probably just done a lap. Yeah, he retired in the pit lane. Just did a lap, went in.
Just making sure we all behaved.
Jake's now pressuring the Red Bull of Betty as he tries to make up a slack in, just get himself into the top 4. Tom is kind of just slotted in a nice position there in P6. Sector 1 looks like it's probably for somebody, and it's probably going to be for Calzo.
Probably Jack's car actually coming back out as Dropsy retires. Both McLaren's out then.
Last time we'll see a McLaren in F1 2018. No, they're all gone. So we're going to finally get onto lap 3 here. Rafa's broken DRS. 1 second clear ahead of Flynn, and Neo, Betty, Jake, Tom, Samuel, Alice Killer, Ollie, and Lenny inside the top 10 now, and Onyx P11 on the medium compound tyre. And looks like he's been a problem for somebody. Not it's Calzo again. Never mind. DRS enabled from race control.
And you get that, by the way, up to turn 4. Oh, that's Flynn. No, he's off the track. I think he's lost it out of turn 2. He's okay. I don't think he hit anything. Oh, well, we'll see on the right-hand side. No, he did. He hit the wall on the right.
Oh.
10
gets a penalty.
Penalty as well. I would say I was going to get that removed, but I don't think he really cares anymore.
No, but he's dropped back now, so that puts Neo into P2, gives a little bit of an advantage to Rafa up ahead.
And more importantly, Jake.
Now. And Jake is now P4, indeed he is. So he's now chasing the Red Bull, but he's got Tom for company right behind him. Not giving him an inch. Samuel's there too in P6. Alice Killer and Ollie's kind of dropped back a little. He's dropped out of DRS and he's got Lenny all over him behind, as well as Onyx, who is there on the medium compound tyre just behind. And I think Betty has just dropped out of DRS. We'll just see as he comes across detection. Does he have DRS, or does Jake have it? He does not have DRS. Here comes Jake. Does he go for the move? I don't think he's going to go for it from that far back. No, he doesn't. We'll have another go down the next part of the straight as Lenny makes the move around the outside of Ollie into turn 1. Gets a little bit sideways, but gets it done. Nice job.
Look at Onyx.
Lenny.
Free
and
wide.
Onyx up the inside. Oh, this is going to get messy. Onyx on the inside. 2 cars here getting a squeeze to the inside. Haas is on the inside trying to get inside the point on the medium compound tyre on the inside. Can Lenny hold it around the outside? Not able to do it, but Onyx gets 2 in 1. Nice job from the Dutchman.
And that is why he is the champion. He's already up to 8th. He's already carved his way through half the field. And he's not too far away from the leaders. I mean, when he catches up to Alice Killer, he's on that massive train up to P3. So, well, actually up to P2 now. Betty's sort of caught back up to Neo a bit. Neo's struggling a tad in that Mercedes.
Yep. So, Onyx now can just kind of put on the chase.
Tom's right on Jake, by the way.
He is. He very much is. So, can he potentially make a move? Betty will have DRS off on Neo up ahead. Does Tom have enough for toe? I don't think he does up towards turn 1. He'll have a little dive out, show himself in the mirrors. I have to think about maybe this next part of the track. He hasn't got the run there though, I'm not sure. How Let's have a look. Might get a decent run here, but it's just this DRS section is just too short to try anything, especially when you're up against the DRS as well. But Lenny having to think about coming back at Onyx. Lenny's not letting him go.
Honestly, Onyx is on the mediums. He really has no right to be up there in the first place.
Yeah. He has formed a train behind him. The car's on the softer compound tyres. So it's inevitable that this will happen because he is on a much harder compound compared to Lenny. But you can see the train up ahead is just round the corner of Atlas Killer, Samuel, Tom, Jake, Betty and Neo, who leads the train. And Rafa's just pulled a 2-second gap up ahead now.
I think we're going to see another Japan-style drive here from Rafa. I mean, when he was in clean air there, he was just unstoppable. So we'll see if he can repeat that performance. But leading away in his Haas, looks like there's no issue so far. And Betty got rather close there to Neo. We can get a good run out of turn 2 and 3. We could see a move here.
He has. He's got a very good run out of turn 2 and 3 there. Here he comes. Betty to take P2 away from Neo. On the inside, can Neo do anything to defend? It's going to be pretty difficult. Betty on the inside. Neo try and get the cut back now, but Betty's going to have that one locked and loaded, and he's into P2. Now Jake, he's got to get past his teammate. This could be an interesting battle. Let's keep an eye on this one.
This is obviously helping Rafa as well to pull away. But I still feel Tom is actually more sort of the danger man in there. He was the only guy still to sort of stay that close. Like, he does have a chance of getting past as he nearly goes into the back there of Jake. He seems to be a lot more confident on these tyres. So we'll see if he can take advantage of that. But now Betty is the one in this train with no DRS. So we will see how the tow is. But yeah, Tom, great exit on Jake as well. This could be the real move we're looking at here.
Well, he's got plenty of DRS to use. Does Tom try anything here? I don't think he is going to try anything.
Down the inside, he goes
down the inside. Huge time bomb from Tom. He gets it stopped and he's through. Gets a penalty for his trouble, but that's the Season 3 champion making one of the biggest ballsy moves I've seen all season.
Brilliant driving. I thought he was going to go into the back of Neo there, but luckily just got it slowed down. You can see Alice Killer having to go on Samuel as well. And now they're starting to get their elbows out.
Yeah, Tom is looking Tom is racy today. He seems to have the pace. I haven't quite seen it all season. We see flashes of it, but he's really showing it now. He just seems to be in the traffic. Just seems to be able to get the traction down earlier than most of them. We'll see if he can maybe capitalise, get himself on the podium, which would be a great result for him. Meanwhile, down the back, Nick and Flynn are having one hell of a tussle down here. Back and forth. All the way down. Flynn's having to go around the... Whoa, okay.
Well.
They're about 23 seconds away from anybody, okay. We're getting a little bit close for comfort there.
I mean, I lost count how many times Flynn moved over on that straight, but I think Tom is now in the back of Neo. Does he fancy another little dive into turn 4 as Alice Killer and Samuel go for it?
Yeah, Onyx is now within DRS of them.
Alice Killer all out of shape there, but here comes Tom.
Up the inside and Neo on the brakes. Should be able to get that stop. Neo will have the cut back. Tom gets sideways.
Jeez.
Just holds on to it though. And he's through to P3. Tom into the podium positions. Now chasing after P2. His next target. Meanwhile in the background, Samuel having to fend Onyx off now, who's on a charge on the medium compound tyres, don't forget.
Now, I just wonder as well what these guys are going to be doing with their setups, because obviously you can't really track the setup. You can track the tyres, but that's really about it. So I wonder just how many of these guys, like Tom potentially, have sort of messed with their setup a bit to help them in the race more. It certainly still seems to be working for Tom. We haven't seen this type of pace from him since Season 3, so he's really on a charge. How quickly can he catch Betty now?
Yeah. He doesn't have DRS though, so Neo is going to have a real big tow towards turn 1. And come through the centre S's. It's turn 3. I'm thinking about lining them up now. Tom's just got to try and close up the gap to Betty, but Betty just seems to just have it at the moment. Won't have DRS this time. And in the background, Onyx on Samuel up the inside. Our champion not quite able to get it. Goes for the move on the brakes there. Can he get it stopped? He does. So he goes through to P7 now. And he has absolutely no right to be where he is.
Samuel didn't really fight that one at all, though. I was on board with him. He just sort of let him go. Maybe he felt there was no point. But look at the tyres he's on. You might as well fight it. You've probably got the grip for it. And we've got
Nick's out.
Well
Looks
then.
Like oh dear, he's done a paga.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in the wall up towards the start finish.
I mean, there was sort of a bit of an inevitability of that happening, wasn't there? The way they were fighting before.
The way they were battling, yeah. So now Onyx on the back of Alice Killer, next target. So I think this is just going to be no contest as far as I can see. And I've just seen a car come into the pit lane. Jake's in.
Jake, yeah, undercut of the century.
Here comes Onyx. Possibly. Onyx around the outside of turn 1. Alice is going to fight him on the inside line.
Oh.
Onyx, will he have the grip? Huge sideways moment. Saws at the wheel to get the grip. Alice around the outside. Brilliant move from Onyx. Well done, sir.
Up to P5.
That was right on the edge.
I could see him winning this still, to be honest with you. I mean, with the pace he's got at the minute on those mediums, he seems to be quite consistently quick on them, so we'll see. With the guys behind going to be in traffic, I'll say we could see a bit of an advantage here, especially if there's any safety cars or anything, but actually, where Jake has come out, he's in huge amounts of clean air, and 11, nearly 12 seconds ahead of him, and just about a minute behind him by the time Flynn's over and done with. It should be okay, actually, for the leaders. They'll be in plenty of free space. The only guys that have to fight is each other, really, not any of the people that haven't been in the pits yet, so that's actually quite good for them.
Let's keep an eye on our leader, by the way, who's just having a nice drive out front currently, avoiding all the carnage behind. He's going to stay out. Does anybody else respond to Jake? I don't think so. Well, Onyx definitely isn't.
Stays out. We're all staying out at the moment.
I think we might see a move between Ollie and Lenny potentially. Ollie's looking to the inside. He's on the soft tyre now. Goes for the move. Late decision. Lenny just leaves enough space to work with.
Good exit,
though. Train here. Here he comes. Ollie up the inside. Poor run from Lenny. He's already straight through. Ollie will have the DRS as well to now close up to Samuel. Meanwhile, Tom has closed the gap to Betty in P2 to half a second. So, a real fantastic showing from our Season 3 champion currently. He's on for a good result. But Onyx on the medium tyre is just flying. 1.7 behind Neo now.
Yeah, I'm just watching Jake's timing on, by the way, just to Matt Tibbal's head. He's not really gaining that much on him, so...
He's actually... yeah.
The medians might take a while to sort of bed in. That could be why these guys aren't pitting just yet, because they know it's not going to be that quick at the minute, but we'll wait and see what they do. Let's see, will Tom go for the move or will he pit? Betty will pit. Neo will pit.
Yeah, for sure. Onyx is obviously going to stay out. Alice Killer is going to stay out. This battle's
Samuel's got a run.
Yeah, Ollie also had a run on Samuel too. So this could get a little bit hairy down towards turn 4. Ollie with the run on Samuel. Samuel also with the run on Alice Killer. Ollie, does he have anywhere to go? Not really. Samuel, I was thinking how to move there. Not quite able to do it. It's Ollie now with a great traction, but he just gets caught up. There's nowhere to go there. So he's going to have to sit behind.
Jake is behind his teammate, by the way. I want to watch him as well, just to see how his lap is, because obviously Neo, his tyres are going to be freezing cold, and you should see Jake actually pass him in the next few moments. But yeah, this is getting pretty spicy, isn't it, for P5 and P4?
Now that's a second penalty.
Yeah, he's quick, but he's... well, that's probably why he's quick.
Yeah, Rafa in. Race leader finally pits. Where's he going to come out?
This.
So
this
Tom is going to come in too.
This can end in chaos in a minute.
Oh, Tom. Right, so Tom's now got a 5-second penalty as well. That's going to put Onyx into the lead of this race. He won't be pitting for a while. So he's going to just try and build as big of a gap as he possibly can. Let's keep an eye on how everybody comes out in the pit stops.
Here comes Jake on a move.
Is he going to go for a move? I think he's too far back to go for a move.
He has to use those tyres while they're better than Neo's. Neo's are still sort of warming up, but once they do, he will probably not be able to get past for a while. And I think Ollie's right on the back of Alice Killer. Wow, on turn 6, had a go.
Yeah, he's going to go for a dive bomb here shortly. Yeah, up the inside. Alice will hold it on the outside and have the inside for the next corner. Ollie just having more grip on those soft tires. We've got to watch out for Funaid, who's trying to find some room too here as well.
Remember, this is soft. This is soft against the super softs. The super soft Alice Killer is certainly going to be getting pretty old and rubbish.
Yeah, not very good. Goodies on the back of this train too now. Matt Tivos starting to just creep into this as well, but Rafa's come out about 2.4 seconds ahead of Betty. Alice Killer in. And this fight continues up front. Funaid up the inside of Ollie into turn 1. Ollie will try and get the cut back on the way through turn 3.
Oh, wow.
Funaid's off. Big moment for Funaid. On the grass, he's going to spin that car in the middle of the road, and Tom's been hit. That's Matt Tivos, sorry, Matt Tivos is out.
Out of the race, wow. That's it. Funaid did not need to spin there. Don't know why he did that. It feels like he lost his head
as well.
It does feel like he lost his head there and just floored it to spin. I don't know why he had to spin there. No need.
Yeah, anyway.
Look at that, by the way. We've got Alice Killer, Samuel, and Lenny will have to come through that, and they're fighting away.
Samuel around the outside. Brave move as they run up towards turn 5. He's already got ahead. It's really hard to go side by side through turn 5 there, so he'll have to back out of that one.
So Alice Killer pitted at the perfect time to escape that chaos.
Yeah, he did indeed. Meanwhile, out front, Alex has built about 7-second lead over Ollie and Goody. Sector 1, it's going to be for Flynn, who's spun in turn 1. Broke his wing. It's going to be him over it. Now, what about Goody? He's having a fight with Ollie up here. Having a look up the inside of turn 1. As I think on the brakes, Ollie leaves the door open for him. Ollie will have the inside line for the next corner. And now Goody should have the run towards turn 4 then with the DRS. Ollie will defend. Goody's going to have to find some room on the inside. He does find some room on the inside. Can he get stopped on the brakes? Yes, he can. So Ollie has to cede that position for now.
Funaid retires in the pit lane. Probably the right thing to do after sort of killing Matt Tivos. He was just minding his own business as well. But you can't really do that in turn 3. I don't know if it was, just by accident or sort of lost his head or whatever, but he didn't need to spin back onto the track like that, especially when his car isn't going to ghost for a couple of seconds. They should know how the ghosting works by now. And there's more yellows. I don't know. There's no one even in sector 1. So I don't know if the Funaid's car come out of the pits. But Onyx is pulling about a second lap right now. And with Rafa, will Rafa, do you reckon, catch Ollie before he pits?
It's going to be tight. I'm not sure.
Oh, he's in the pits anyway, okay. I thought they may go a little bit longer, but they aren't.
Well, that's not. Well, Rafa's going to say thank you very much. He doesn't have to. That's one car he doesn't need to get past.
And that's thin out.
Continue.
Wow, we're down to 11 cars.
Yeah.
I mean,
not particularly great.
I mean, we didn't even really notice that the number was flying down, wasn't it? It's crazy, that.
Yeah.
Nearly everyone who finishes being points. I mean, that's helping Onyx as well. You would have thought. More retirements. He'll be getting higher up here. I remember, only had one race outside the podium, I believe. I'm sure he's not going to want to make that too.
Nope. Tom just lurking behind Betty. DRS. Going in and out there. So Rafa's currently about 12 seconds behind Onyx at this point. And Rafa is catching about a second a lap on Goody as well. So I'm sure Goody, his battle is with Ollie, so I'm sure he's going to peel into the pit lane now and respond to him. And indeed he does.
Ollie in that free air that everyone pitted, the leaders had as well. It's just, with this track, you always get that nice pocket of free air, so it's very useful for Ollie. He should be able to jump. Now, I've noticed this quite a lot. These guys are braking on the grass, and I guess it's not really making much of an effect. But, yeah, it's just something I've noticed there. It's weird. I noticed it on Thursday as well. But, yeah, that seems to be sort of a half 2010 line there. But, yeah. Probably helps their runs.
He's come out miles in front of Ollie.
Well, we still have to wait until Ollie... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's come out about... It's about 5 seconds at least.
Yeah, it's about 6, 7 at the minute. Okay,
7 seconds it's selling at.
Oh, Ollie's last lap time was. Have a little look. Maybe he just went off somewhere.
That's a big gap.
133.
They were pretty much neck and neck.
I don't really see where I went wrong for him. Well, actually, it did go wrong. He had a 20 in the last sector on lap 15, so that's where he's lost it. Oh, he's meant to be doing 16s, so he's lost 4 seconds there.
Now I was wondering why Jake was not really on the pace. Apparently he got damage off Tom.
Oh. When that happened?
When Tom dive bombed him.
Huh. Oh well, that's not the song we knew.
And they didn't change his wing in the pit stops.
Alright, that's probably... okay, that explains a lot then, because I did expect him to jump.
Struggling. Yeah, so he's struggling around with wing damage, but the same can't be said for Tom, who's right on the back of Betty now. And really hounding him.
Yeah, well...
Looks like he's kind of struggling.
We'll see if Tom ends up in trouble with the stewards though, but obviously if he does, that might be what? A 5-10 second penalty. That wouldn't be too much.
He has about 8 seconds worth of penalties anyway.
Well, yeah, that's a good point actually. He could end up in a lot of trouble.
Actually, he has 10 anyway. Sorry, he has about 10 anyway. He's got 5 second stop plus the...
Well, he's got 11 then.
That in the pit stops, but...
He's got 11 then. Oh dear. But yeah, you see what I mean there? He's right on the grass in the braking. It's weird.
Yeah, but it seems to be the quickest way around for some reason.
Wish I knew this before. No, I could have won on Thursday if I knew this little trick. Anyway, looks like Tom, he gets close towards turn 1, but it's just not close enough. It's a weird sort of straight. You'd think being flat out for so long would mean, oh, surely I'll catch up really easily, but it just doesn't seem to happen for these guys unless there are mistakes.
Yeah. Tom's behind for a little while longer.
Meanwhile, Onyx and Rafa, can I just say, look at their gap. It's not really changing massively. I mean, there's a 12 laps difference in the tyres. You would imagine when Onyx comes out, he will be an absolute bullet.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see an interesting fight at the flag then. Because if Onyx is kind of keeping pace on these mediums, he's going to absolutely fly on the softer compounds. I can't wait. Well, and on cue, in comes Onyx.
By the way, Ollie changes front wing. That might be also why last time.
That's why. So that's what accounted for the 6 seconds, because he would have came out neck and neck with Goody then. So Onyx onto the soft tyres. Tom, is he close enough? No, he's not.
He stays close here. He should. I would have thought of round between.
Oh, he's going to be tight
Jake
with Neo.
Oh.
Just in front of Neo, I think. Yep.
That's worked out really well, hasn't it? Especially with Tom fighting with Bessie here. This could be. You know, he's what? Not even. He's 7 seconds. 7 seconds off the lead. He was last.
That's unbelievable.
But well, last but 2. Still close to last. I mean,
that doesn't really count because Jack Gooding was last behind him anyway.
Yeah.
He retired, so it doesn't really count. But now Onyx on the softer compound tire, had 6 or 7 seconds behind the leader. 16 laps to go. We're in for a fight here.
Yeah, maybe 2 Haas's going for it at the front, and well, we're going to see a Ferrari.
Now.
Ferrari and a Red Bull going for it up towards turn 1. This is very close between these two, but we'll see if there's enough closing speed up towards turn 1. I reckon there is.
Yeah, Tom's going to try it for sure on the inside, gets it on the brakes, and he gets it stopped. Betty's going to try and get the cut back line, but Tom parks it on the apex. Not much more that Betty could have done.
Onyx is in DRS, I think. Onyx is DRS. Wow. That fighting got him in there.
Yeah, he is in DRS, so now he's got to make his way through the traffic. You can see he's using up a lot of ERS to try and just get as much of a gap as he can. Get through this traffic as quickly as possible and then push like hell for the last couple of laps. And he's right up on behind Betty already. He's going to try the move. He's going to go for the move. Got to be careful not to pick up any damage. Betty doesn't fight that one. And just makes it look easy.
Already into the podium places. Don't think he has any penalties yet, by the way. I don't know.
He doesn't.
Don't think Rafa does either, so hopefully we get a genuine fight here. Tom is pretty much out of this fight already before it even begins, but I'm sure Onyx is... Oh, he's hit him!
He's hit the back of Tom, he's broke his wing.
Why was Tom so slow into there? I
don't know. Was he trying to let him through?
I mean, it's a pretty stupid place to let him through if he was trying that.
Right. So Onyx has wing damage, and Tom's coming back at him straight away. That was a pretty hefty hit as well. And you can see.
Cheers, Tom, you've ruined the race. And now Onyx is getting penalties
anyway
because it's damaged. I mean, that's a bit. Yeah, well, if Tom wasn't going to be in trouble already today, I mean, he's just not helping himself, is he? That's what's held him back this season, I think. Look
at the battle in the background between Samuel and Lenny. This is raging on. Lenny's trying to go around the outside, get helicopter shots. There's Lenny going around the outside. Can he make that work? He's still there on the outside of the run through turn 5. Up towards turn 6. Lenny's still got a nose there on the inside. He's going to try it up the inside. Yes, he is. That's really brave from the Force India. Samuel holds it around the outside to turn 7 now. Still side by side. Lenny's still there. Samuel's still there on the inside. Still side by side as they run through here. Lenny on the outside for this next corner. This is unbelievable racing. Lenny comes through. What a battle that was.
ILR Killer through as well. And
brilliant racing between those guys.
Yeah, brilliant. Side by side for about half the lap there. I mean, it takes a lot of balls to do that and not have a crash, especially after you turn 6, so you can easily lose the back end if you're on the wrong line there. So that was great driving. And Samuel, he might feel he's been a bit mugged there.
Yeah. Either way, even with Onyx and his wing damage, Tom and the others are still kind of struggling to pass him. And actually, it mightn't have affected him as much as we thought.
Well, it's not really catching as much as he was before, obviously. I mean, he caught about a second on that first lap to Rafa, but now it's only a couple of tenths per sector. It's not really enough, I don't think. And Tom gets another penalty. I mean, he's going to be getting mountains of penalties.
Yeah. Well, there's only about 13 laps left to run. And unfortunately, Onyx's charge has been halted.
We'll see what happens with Rafa's tires at the end. It could sort of swing back in Onyx's favour, especially if there's any penalties. Obviously, he already has one thanks to Tom giving him the front wing damage, but we'll see if he has a chance. By the way, Lenny isn't really pulling away much from ILR Killer or Samuel, and they're going to go for it again.
Yeah, they're having a real old scrap back here for P7. ILR Killer with the DRS. Betty's now got a penalty. Here comes ILR Killer on Lenny up towards turn 1 up the inside. And Lenny find the throw action as a look at the inside of the next part of the Senna S's.
Here we go again.
They go side by side once again. Samuel will have the
free
DRS.
wide. Here we go. He's been boxed in.
He's been boxed in. He's nowhere to go. He has to back out of it. Lenny on the outside once again. We've seen this before a lap ago. Lenny on the outside, hangs it around the outside, somehow comes out ahead. Samuel now around the outside of the next corner. This is
fantastic!
What a battle this is for 7th.
What a move from Samuel. That was extraordinary. And they're nearly free wide still. And Lenny falls down into P9. But you know what? After seeing that, I'm sure Lenny will have a little bit of inspiration for his next attempt. That was incredibly optimistic, and he did it perfectly there, Samuel. What a move.
Wow, that was bravery of the highest order right there. Placed his car up the inside. He wasn't sure if Lenny was going to close the door or not. And Lenny could have easily just shut the door in his face there, but he kept the door open. Samuel just snuck up the inside. And here he is. And by the way, this is all letting Goody close up. So he might join in the fight very shortly.
He's on much better tyres, isn't he? So he can certainly fight these guys at the end, at least, when their tyres start to go. But here we go. Another round of overtakes, potentially. ILR Killer very close to the back, and Samuel is wise to that already, breaking the toe. And ILR Killer would be a stupid man to go for that one, I think, from that far back. He luckily didn't. And Onyx, well, the gap's nearly to 5 seconds. I just don't think he's closing quickly enough to make a difference.
He's missing the left side cascade elements, which is going to really hamper him in high-speed corners, which is most of this circuit. But he's still soldiering on, still closing the gap, and of course Rafa's tyres could fall off the cliff, so we're not going to count him out just yet because he's still catching at a reasonably quick rate.
So
about 10 laps left.
DRS again for ILRGT. Not though for Lenny. I don't think he wasn't quite close enough. And I'm not sure, but
I think he's still a bit shocked.
Well, he's probably preparing to capitalise on these two going for it again if they do indeed go for it again. Looked like Samuel was much better for the first couple of corners though, so maybe not for now.
Yeah, Goody's closing in. He's on, as I said, much fresher tyres, so he'll be in this fight not too far from now. And Betty now closed back up to Tom. Battle for P3 continues.
I just wonder how far Tom's going to fall back, because I'm not really seeing too many more people coming out of penalties, and we think Tom has got about, what, 14?
13-ish seconds. 13, 14 seconds.
Something like that. So, yeah, we'll see what he ends up doing, but if he fights too hard, he will just fall right down. He could even end up out of the points, just depending on how much he fights here.
So, that lap, Onyx pulled 0.8 of a second. It's still on.
We will see. It could be a grandstand finish, but it just could be down to that penalty. We don't know how many warnings Raf has got. Yeah. I'll have a little look now. I think he's okay. I mean, he's only got one, so I don't think that's going to be really a factor here for Rafa.
No. So Onyx said that was just for him running wide, thanks to the wing damage. So it's unfortunate for him.
Do you reckon he could appeal that?
I wonder, could he?
I mean, we'll wait and see. It'd be quite an opportunistic Stewart report, but we'll see. I'm sure if he can be in that position to win from 16th, I'm sure he'll try and take it. But at the moment, he's closing. It is actually starting to close a bit more lap, as you say. But we'll wait and see. It's a bit of a cliffhanger we're being left on here. I mean, there's 9 laps. It's a long time, so we'll see what he can do. But I'm sure he'll give it his best in his last ever ILR2 race. I can't see him ever coming back here with the pace he's got.
No, if he ends up back here, there's going to be scandal.
Yeah.
Onyx is in.
Okay, so he's... is he maybe chasing that front wing? More super softs, and maybe he's just going to go out and have a bit of fun.
Yeah, new wing. Just go for it. I think he knows that the wind's not on now. So
he says he's CBA driving with damage, so he's just pitting.
Betty into P2.
Oh.
Next to move. So with Tom's penalty, Betty's got a penalty as well. Jake's not going to get a podium, he's going to get 4th of this, right?
Well, Tom's got 14 seconds. At the minute that would put him with Goody.
That's a long way to fall.
It is a very long way to fall.
Now, I have noticed, however, that even though Betty's passed him, Tom has got 100% ERS to use. He's ready to come back at him.
Well, Betty's still got his fair share as well, and we'll see if he can pull away. I mean, I say you have to be bloody close on this straight to actually have a chance at just turn one.
Yep. Neo's also lurking in DRS now. After all of that, Jake is about 4 seconds back. So any penalties for these guys, he'll pick it up.
Oh, he's off. Betty in the wall, out of this race. And ends his season in the wall. We're down to 10 in this race. So everyone who finishes in the points. And it looks like Samuel is about to drive past his teammate while under huge pressure from ILRGT.
Does this mean Jake podium?
It does, yes.
Jake's going to get 3rd if he stays where he is. Meanwhile, ILRGT and Samuel still battling.
Sadly, Lenny's sort of fallen off this one now, sort of into the clutches of Goody soon, potentially. And even Ollie catching up now as well. And
Onyx is right with him now.
So we could see a 4-way fight for this, as long as Onyx doesn't pile into the back of another car. Ollie, I think, wisely doesn't fight that one.
Yeah, so Onyx is doing this for a bit of fun now.
Yes.
See how far he can get up with a set of super softs on. 6 laps left. Can probably get 5th, maybe.
We'll see what he can do. Obviously, with penalties, he obviously has 1, but he'll be ahead of Tom. And we'll see if he can potentially get by Samuel. It could be 4th, I reckon, for him. At the very least, really, with those tyres, you'd expect him doing 108 to have a chance.
He already caught up to Goody already, as he gets a very sideways there. Through turn 1. And he's pushing on. Alice Killer and Samuel still nose to tail. As they battle it out for 5th place currently. And Neo is just a little bit, just hanging 1.3, 1.2 behind Tom.
Yeah, I'm just going to ride on board by with Onyx, just so you can all see just how much grip he's got. Because look at this. Look at this. He's just got so much grip. It's incredible.
Effortless.
On those new tyres.
Inside a Goody.
You know, he's all over the show, just trying to find a gap to pass him because he's just so quick at the minute on these tyres. And that's why I think this fight with Samuel and Alice Killer and Onyx, that's going to be very fun.
Yeah.
We know how aggressively these guys will like to drive.
Yeah, next target, Lenny.
And I reckon that's target acquired pretty much instantly. Oh, he's hit him!
Okay.
He hit him.
Yeah, that was definitely a hit. Not quite sure what was going on there.
Don't really know what he was thinking with that one, but he's not got any damage, so he will just he'll drive away like nothing happened there. But I imagine Lenny will probably be a bit confused as to why Onyx just crashed into him,
and why Goody is suddenly next to him.
You know, I'm quite surprised that Calzo's car, by the way, has managed to get stuck in the pits, even though it's an AI. I don't know why I find that weird. It's just, oh,
the pit crew have left the jack on.
You know, this one image sums up the whole game, I think. Thank God, we only got 6 laps left on this game.
A ghosted, it really does. A ghosted car stuck in the pit lane.
Oh dear. It's that's on the inside. Alice Killer nearly had to go on the dive, and that would have been a horrifying accident. But I think he's
here.
Yeah, he's just seen Onyx behind him. I think that's why he decided to get him moving. But Onyx has already passed him.
He moves out of the way. He's trying to get a little toe and try to force his way past Samuel, I think. Samuel's just going to be eaten up here.
Oh, he's defending very hard.
He's defending. Onyx now with the extra grip on the super softs round the outside of the center X's makes it look easy.
Alice Killer, here he comes.
That was a clever move by Alice Killer, just move out of the way.
Yeah, but look at Samuel's run. Look at Samuel's run. He made it go on Onyx. That's incredible, that speed. That saved his skin well and truly there. How do you manage that?
I don't know. I really don't know how he got such a big toe, but now Onyx on the charge. So let's see.
Oh, he's down the inside, hits him, surely desinks him round. That was pure desync. That's also summing up the game. He's in the wall. Both Red Bulls then looking like they're having a miserable end to the season. And that's a real shame for Samuel as well, because he was having a brilliant race. That move, as I say, on Lenny and Alice Killer, that must be one of the moves of the season. It was incredible, but sadly, it's all been for nothing. He's down into P10 now, and that may actually save Tom a position with his multitude of penalties.
Onyx might still get a podium.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. If he passes Jake, I think I'll be coming out with a pitchfork. But we'll see.
Yeah. He, just unbelievable speed on the super softs.
Second place is pretty much there for him, I reckon. If he can really get a move on. I don't know what Neo's actually got. I'll see what Neo's got. He may not actually have anything here.
That's Samuel out. Only 9 cars left.
Actually, sorry, Neo's got no penalties. What am I on about? But Onyx has to get past Jake and then make 3 seconds. I don't think Jake's got any penalties, does he? So I'll check that one as well. I'm just spending my whole time in the race.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Yeah, he's got 1 warning. So yeah, Onyx. Maybe he won't ruin the goodbye party.
However, he has just caught 1.5 seconds in 1 lap.
Well, he needs more than that. Incredibly.
Actually, he needs at least 2 seconds a lap here. He's about to go on to lap 35 out of 36. Onyx needs to pretty much pull 3 seconds in about, probably at this rate, it'll be 1.5 laps.
By the way, can you just see that? Look at this. We've got Goody and Ollie now going for it, and you got them both catching Lenny. Oh my goodness, that could have been a mother and father of accidents there.
Ollie up the inside for P8. Alice Killer now with a penalty. And Onyx now within DRS of Jake. He's just trying to snatch a podium. But Lenny's at the head of this train here for P7. these guys, the midfield battle down here has been incredible today.
Yeah, I mean,
between these guys.
They've really done themselves proud in the midfield today. I mean, going for it the whole race is brilliant to see, and it's weird to think that this is pretty much the same amount of attrition as last season, despite the chaos last season. We haven't had quite as much this season. Most of it's actually come from hard, fair racing. It's just been unfortunate mistakes for these guys. And Samuel, well, if I were him, I would have been watching this. This has been pretty dicey in the last two laps. But here comes Onyx. He has to get by and then make 3 seconds. Actually, when I think about it, this should be pretty easy for him.
Yeah. He's through to P4. Meanwhile, we haven't really talked much about him. He's 11 seconds in the lead.
Oh.
Rafa. He's been doing pretty well. Meanwhile, this battle's
still that's good. He died inside him too. Oh, how did he get ahead of even one of them? Unfortunately, he lost it, but that could have been a big crash of Ollie there. He went by. He did a Tom there. Went on the inside of both of them.
Yeah. As I was saying, the man who's been in control of this race and has avoided everything that's been happening behind him has been Rafa, on course through the last couple of corners here. And he is going to take his second victory, and he's going to win the last round of ILR2 here in Brazil.
Well, there's still one lap left.
2018.
Still one lap left.
That's a disaster.
Don't celebrate too early here. I know we want to see Jake on this podium.
I just saw my lap counter just said lap 37 out of 36. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Right, so you've got it wrong. Or your game has got it wrong. Not you.
I'm on lap 37 out of 36 right now.
Oh, that's a car in the pit. Neo's in the pits.
Neo? Okay. What's going on here?
Puncture. You can hear his tyres gone. He's got a puncture. Rear left.
Disaster.
Rear right, sorry. Or both of them went. I don't really know what's happening there. So, I don't want to feel sorry for them here, but that means you get to see Onyx and Jake in the podium anyway, so they don't have a massive party afterwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, I think I'll call this one.
Now we're definitely on the final lap.
Yes, final lap. I don't really know why the game's done that. I think, once again, that sort of sums up the game as a whole.
37
that is a new glitch, though, I'm pretty sure.
37 out of 36. Never had that one before. Anyway. This is definitely the last lap now. Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. I get to repeat this anyway. Rafa coming through to take his second victory here in ILR. He wins the last round on F1 2018. Brilliant drive. Comes through. Tom, by the way, he's put up a good performance nonetheless.
Well, we'll see how far he falls.
He takes P2 on track, but he's going to fall a long way back.
Very long way. Let's see. Onyx should beat him to P2. Oh, he's going to let Jake through.
Down.
There's no need to. There's no need to. There's no need. I know you're being a good guy, but there's no need. Oh, he's lost the podium. You would have got the podium.
Tom's actually got on the podium now.
You idiot.
Disaster.
You idiot.
What a disaster. He's let him on the podium.
Oh, for God's sake,
Onyx. P5.
Lenny's P5, incredible. Oh, Onyx, you didn't have to do that. I mean, fair enough, you did it for the greater good, but you should have had the stream on, my man. Well, you did have the stream on. He was in the chat, Tom.
I can't believe you gave Tom a podium. That's a disaster. We have to interview him now.
Is that a bad thing? Oh no, anyway, we have to interview Tom. Oh man.
Well, anyway, he gave Jake second place in his last race on PS4. So he was going to get the podium anyway, but he got second.
Right.
And Tom,
I shall invite
when was the last time we saw him on the podium?
Probably Abu Dhabi. Let me just see it. What was the gap between Onyx and Tom then? 0.5 of a second. Wow.
Oh, it was so close.
Right, I'm going to invite these people to parties now. It's going to be fun. Trying to have PSN work quickly. Oh.
15th on the grid to 4.
I do hope I'm getting the right usernames here, by the way. Hopefully they join as well. Obviously, I did suggest it in the chat. I don't know how many of those people actually saw it, but... Right, well, there's the four I'm invited.
ILR.
Alright, let's see. Well, we already know that Jake wants to be interviewed, so he has to get in here, obviously. He's on a podium as well, so we don't have to make special excuses for him.
Yeah.
Yes, there he is. Right then.
Well, you finally getting your interview, Jake. Welcome to the comms box.
Yes.
You got gifted the podium, the second place, right there. But just take us through that race. I heard you picked up a little bit of damage. What happened there?
Basically, I think lap 7 when Tom overtook me, he's sort of smashed my left end, and I had orange wing that whole race, so I had to try and keep up with Neo and everyone else. And it was kind of a nightmare that whole race. I was just understeering everywhere.
And of course, that was your final race on PS4, we think, anyway.
I doubt it.
You're heading over to PC. Doubt it. Jack wants you back anyway.
Jack's gonna lock you up, make sure you stay in ILR1 forever.
Overall, have you enjoyed your time here?
Oh yeah, definitely. First proper league that I joined, and the community is amazing in this one. I don't want to leave really, but I just getting fed up of PlayStation now, to be honest. Just want to do something fresh, something different.
Yeah. And anything else to add on? Any questions for the bottle job?
I can't believe you never won. You never won from me. It's incredible. The whole time, and you never won from me once. So I was saying before, it's probably
turned up to Russia.
It's not my fault. I was away karting, I think, that one day.
Oh no!
I know.
I
decided to pick real life
in all its glory.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's yeah. So well done, Jake. I wish you well on PC. We also have our race winner in with us, Rafa. You controlled that race, mate. We didn't really see much of you. How was the race from your perspective? A little bit boring, I suspect.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at the start when I think Carso in front of me disconnected, so yeah, I just went into P1 and pretty much stayed there the entire race. So not much going on, I guess.
Yeah. How did you pass the time? You had nothing to look out for. You had nothing to look at or look forward to for 36 laps. What did you do to pass the time?
Yeah, Netflix on in the background.
I was in a party with some friends, and we were just having a chat while driving, so it was alright.
Yeah. Well, good stuff. Congratulations on the win. Our P2 man on track. We also have Tom, Season 3 champion in. One of the better performances we've seen from you over the past couple of seasons. But so how was the race for you? Were you happy with how your pace turned out?
Fucking hell, he's passionate. Fuck up 2 races, you know.
Well, anyway, and so I don't know what to answer to that. That was a terrible answer.
There is an answer for that.
Tom being blunt as usual.
If you'll be kicked from the league. The typical.
Yeah.
Yeah, damage. That's a bit.
How did you get so many penalties? You had 14 seconds. Right, I see.
Well, I've just been
Yeah,
given the
fish
horrible
fingers.
news, by the way, that Tom, you didn't have your voice on the share.
Oh, great. Now listen,
Oh,
you're not getting your
no.
interview. You're not getting your interview back now. You're
No,
done.
I don't want to have an interview back. Actually,
Now I think we have one final person to talk to. We have, of course, our champion in with us.
One
We
of
have
your
Onyx
worst
in with us.
races, by the way, Onyx.
Hello.
I don't know. Only fourth.
I wanted
What's
to
wrong
let
with you?
I let Jake by, but I didn't realize it cost me the podium because I
I
knew
didn't
Tom
want to
had
give
some
the
penalty.
podium to Tom. That's brilliant.
No, I don't really care. I was just on for P1 again until I got damage. But yeah,
Yeah.
boring race of
So,
To be fair, I would have had Onyx anyway, don't worry.
But Onyx, how have you enjoyed your season here in ILR2? You've been pretty dominant, and now
Pretty
you're looking
much.
forward to ILR1.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It was going really well today in ILR1. Yeah, this season was great for me. Didn't expect that. Some good races, one bad one, China. Yeah, there. Yeah.
So, actually, we also have some congratulations in order. Jake, you are the only person to finish every race in the points, so well done.
That's all I wanted to do all season. I just wanted to get points every single race.
No, you couldn't win, could you, know?
That's no fun. That's no fun. What about Mr. Consistency? That's what we need.
I'm meant to buy a PC.
I've done the same in SRL as well.
I'm going to make it my sort of life goal. I need to commentate on you winning a race at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, when Onyx and Rafa are in the same tier as you, you don't have a chance. But
Yeah, you literally got no hope unless they DNF. I feel sorry for Delano today, Betty, in the
Yeah, he
Red
drove
Bull
well.
DNF. He was doing well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Desync was what the cause
Oh, was it?
that.
I didn't see what happened. I just saw it round.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
he
it was
synced off the
desync.
curb.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think turn
But
3,
yeah,
that
no.
happened quite a lot in turn 3. I think there was a few people that went off there. It seemed like a really silly corner for that.
Yeah, Matt Tibble's couple up there.
Yeah, that was funny. He spun back onto the track and just he didn't ghost in
Yeah,
time.
and then
so.
just dunk straight in.
Oh no.
But I think we have the happy phrase now, F1 2018, get in the bin. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm deleting it. Yeah. Take a break tomorrow and sweat it out Tuesday, I reckon. F1 2019.
Well, so we've
Yeah,
already got a few
well.
people with a pre-season advantage already with a beta, so I'm expecting a lot from you lot.
Some people have got the game.
Oh yeah, so
Already.
that's so irritating that people have the game
Yeah.
and they're able to share as much as they want, and like, and we're all
Yeah.
sat here with a beta. We can't say anything yet, even though I am saying stuff now. But yeah,
Don't matter. I don't
that's,
think it don't matter.
what are you gonna do at this
Yeah.
point? But yeah, just want to say as well that the racing this season has been brilliant. So cheers for you lot.
Italy was the
actually.
best. Turn 1 Italy was the best.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, no.
You're definitely your
That's
finest moment,
That's
definitely.
ingrained in my
Probably
memory forever.
my finest moment as well in the shirts afterwards.
That's as bad as the first social race in Abu Dhabi with me and Tom.
Oh,
Remember that?
It all came full
Also-
circle, didn't it?
Yep.
Me and Tom should not be in a tier. It's just disaster.
No. It is disaster.
Right.
Right, then I think we
should
might
probably
be.
end the stream on.
Yeah, well, yes, well, a very long stream. We had many issues with here, but hope you've
Yep.
all enjoyed tonight. Thank you for sticking with us the whole season, and do make sure you watch ILR Americas tonight. That's in just over an hour and 15 minutes now. I'd say we really did go very long, but I'd say thank you for sticking with us from all the issues and throughout the season. I've been on what that's been soup as well, and all the drivers, and thanks for watching, and safe travels. See you soon.